work at Mozilla, which is the maker of the Firefox browser. I have been involved in tech policy since I left school, and I work primarily on privacy and security. And so the topics at Data Transparency Lab are very important to me. I came here to talk about empowering users and creating trust in the online ecosystem. I work with policymakers, influencers, and stakeholders across the spectrum to think about the right way to set data policy, to create best practices, and to encourage responsible data use. I think that creating transparency in that space is going to be critical for understanding how we can influence public policy. Until users understand what's actually happening on the internet and online, they can't make good choices, and we can't build the tools to empower them to take control of their data. The reality is that data facilitates a huge number of interactions online and in the real world, but users don't feel like they understand what's happening or have control over their data. The most challenging aspects of data transparency in the near future is simply understanding how the ecosystem works. There's an understanding that that there's mistrust and friction on the web that we can eliminate as long as we start thinking about data in a more responsible way and empower users. I think that the biggest challenge is going to be helping our users understand the internet in a simple and easy to implement way, and in a way that users find useful and actionable. The best thing about the Data Transparency Lab is bringing together stakeholders from across many sectors so we can all sit down and talk about what the problem is and how we can fix it and how we can move the ball forward, how we can find the data we need to understand the ecosystem, how we can share that data with each other, how we can analyze and understand that data, and then turn it into something useful for our users. So that's a very interesting question, how exactly privacy can be regulated and controlled. I think that there's a role for the law. I think there's a role for the user. I think there's the role for the intermediating technology. There's a role for the service providers. So the reality is that there's a collaborative ecosystem here that no one stakeholder has the ability to fix or even necessarily change. And that's one of the reasons that we all need to be working together and create complementary solutions across all of these sectors. I love coming back to MIT. I took a lot of classes here in college, and it's a beautiful place to have an event.